Welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. This is going to be a discussion on SMA, or Simple Moving Average, versus EMA, which is Exponential Moving Average. Those are two main types of moving averages, and I coach a lot of students on trading and indicators and investing, and I get that question all the time. Which should I be looking at? Which should I be using, the SMA or the EMA? And it's really a matter of personal choice. There's no better one. They're just different. All right, so you can choose whichever one you like. Now, whether it makes a difference or not depends on the time frame. When you're using a very long look-back period, for example, the 200-day moving average or the 300-day moving average, which is a long time frame, then it doesn't matter as much. There's not that big of a difference between the EMA and the SMA. The shorter the time frame, the bigger the difference is, okay? Or the longer the time frame, the less the difference is. So when you're using a very long time frame, like here's the Apple daily candlestick chart, and I've got, as you can see, the 200-day simple moving average in blue, and the 200-day exponential moving average in red. And they're almost the same. They're practically right on top of each other. I don't see a lot of difference. So when you have a long time period or long look-back period, like here's 200 days, for example, there's not a lot of difference. It almost doesn't matter which one you use. All right. Now, let's say we change it to a shorter time frame, such as the 20-day simple and exponential moving averages. And I'm using stockcharts.com right now, by the way. I want to give them credit. All right, so I'm going to click Update after changing 200 and 200 to 20 and 20. Still the Apple Daily chart, and notice that they're quite different now. All right, with the 200, with the long look-back period of 200 days, they were practically right on top of each other. But now that the look-back period or time frame is much shorter, 20 days in this case, once again, the blue line is the simple 20-day moving average, and the red line is the exponential 20-day exponential moving average. And we can see that it's much more different. And the exponential moving average, well, first of all, let me tell you the actual difference. The simple moving average is just an average. So with this one, with the blue line, they just take the last 20 candles, all right, the last 20 closing prices, I should say, and add them up and divide by 20. It's just an average, a simple average. And it's moving because it keeps changing every day, as you can see, with every close of every candle. Now, with the exponential moving average, it's weighted with more importance given to recent candles. So the more recent price action is given more weight or more emphasis in the average. It's a weighted average. All right, so we can see how the red line, the exponential moving average, is a little bit more reactive. It reacts first, all right, which you might or might not like. The simple moving average, the blue line, is more slow and steady. It reacts a little bit more slowly, and so it's not necessarily going to give you as many signals if you use it as a trading signal. But you may not want so many signals. You may want to wait for a more solid signal, more confirmation. And so more signals is not necessarily a better thing. It's up to you whether you want something more reactive and something that gives more signals, like an exponential moving average would, or a simple moving average, which is more slow and steady and less reactive. All right. So, for example, when Apple stock went down here, we can see that the red line, the exponential moving average, reacted first and reacted more strongly. It went down first. Whereas the simple moving average took its time to react to it. So it's less reactive. It doesn't move with every single candlestick, with every little movement of the price action. All right. And then when Apple came back up, again, we can see that the exponential moving average moved first. And it just went up faster, whereas the simple moving average just took its time to react to it. All right, and then when it went down, we can see the red line went there first, And especially at the end here, we can see how wobbly the exponential moving average can be, whereas, up, down, up, whereas the simple moving average pretty much stays steadier. Okay? So it's up to your preference. And if you're a day trader, here's an example from tradingview.com. And again, I chose Apple. Why not? This is the 1-minute candlestick chart. Each candlestick represents 1 minute of price action. And I put the 25 period, so it measures the closing prices of the last 25, most recent 25 candlesticks. And the simple moving average is just an average of those 25 most recent closing prices, while the exponential moving average takes more recent price action into account. And many day traders prefer exponential moving averages because they want to place emphasis on recent price action. All right, they don't want to look back too far because they're a day trader. A lot of day traders are scalpers. They're just going for quick, to get in quickly, get out quickly, make small amounts of money over and over, and that's fine. And so that's understandable that day traders might often prefer the exponential moving average because it takes very recent price action very heavily into account, because they have to think up to the minute, up to the second. All right, so here we have the blue line is the simple moving average, and the red line is the exponential moving average. And once again, we can see when Apple stock goes up, the red line, the exponential moving average, is more reactive and it goes up first. Whereas the blue line, the simple moving average, pretty much almost stays horizontal. It hardly moves at all. It really needs more confirmation and a bigger move in the price action to cause the simple moving average to move. All right. And again, over here, we can, at the end here, we can see how wobbly the exponential moving average can be. It's really wobbly. While the simple moving average is less wobbly, less volatile, less reactive. It's up to your preference. Neither one is better or worse. It depends what you're looking for in your moving averages and in your buy and sell signals, or whatever you're using moving averages for. All right. So I hope that helps you to decide which one to use, which one fits your personal needs and preference. All right. So as I mentioned, I do coach people on these things. And if you'd like some help with putting together a trading or investing plan, because you need to have a plan. Otherwise, you're not probably going to do too well if you don't have a plan. And if you don't really understand indicators, and as well as fundamentals. And we could talk about stocks, options, commodities, currencies, cryptocurrencies, whatever it is you like. You can contact me anytime. My name is David Modell. My email address is davidmodell, Moadel, @gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll talk to you again soon.